Hello, everybody. This is Phil Chenevert with my podcast, Why Do We Say That, Phil? This is the first one, by the way. And today I'm going to talk about bones. Yes, bones. Why do we bone up for an exam? Why do we have a bone to pick with someone? And finally, to make no bones about it. Now, bones are the framework on which our bodies depend for stability, and so bones have been the cause of a number of our colorful phrases. Now, most students would admit to boning up for an exam, meaning to study hard right before a test or quiz to cram the material in. For example, "No, I can't go to the tractor pull tonight. I gotta bone up for my Greek exam tomorrow." Now, I used to think it meant to make the material so well known that it became figuratively a part of my bones. Well, imagine my surprise to find that the phrase only goes back to about 1860 and comes from the name of a German publishing company called the Bohn Publishing Company, B-O-H-N, that put out a series of translations of Greek and Latin texts which were used as a pony to enable students to learn selections much more easily. Pony's going to be a good word, too. Anyway, so when a student would bone up, he or she would be using these quickie translations to either do homework or study for a text. Now, the expression to have a bone to pick with someone originated in the 16th century. Observing the way a dog gives intense concentration and scrupulous attention to a bone, worrying it until it is totally and completely clean, they decided to use this to describe someone that has something unpleasant they have been thinking or worrying about and need to discuss with the person in question. They have a bone to pick and want to talk about it. Seriously. Now, another bony phrase that we use is to make no bones about it. Like in the sentence, "Imelda made no bones about the fact that among her 16,000 pairs of shoes, she could find none to match her fuchsia frock." Yeah, I made that up. The phrase refers to the time when almost all soup had bones in it, usually tiny fish bones that had to be eaten slowly and carefully, searching for those bones, or one would lodge in the windpipe. I remember as a kid being warned about this by my mom and my sisters. I never did have one lodge in my windpipe, though. To eat quickly and without straining meant that there was no problem with the soup. It had no bones in it. So the phrase "to make no bones about it" meant figuratively in the 1600s that no obstacle stood in a person's way. From there it was migrated to mean that a person had no hesitation or objection to whatever they were talking about. This is Phil Chenevert with another edition of my new podcast, Why Do We Say That, Phil? Thanks for listening.